Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Was there a GBP NZD money zone breakout? Let's go to it. All right, as you guys can see here, hey, this is the new and improved version 4. All right, I'm probably going to take a couple things off, but as you can see here, we have the symbols, we have the spread, the current spread. You also have the 10-day ADR, so the ADR for the last 10 days, and of course, I'm only looking at these four time frames right now. So anytime I select the time frame, it will take me to that pair on the time frame. I've already opened mine up. But as you can see here, where we're at, you can see that TJ, 83 out of 128. So the ADR for GBP JPY is 128 pips for the last 10 days. So it's been averaging 128 pips the last 10 days. 83 pips so far it has moved today. All right, which tells you what? We may not see big movement to the upside. So if you measure from wick to wick, 83 pips, 83.2. All right, very accurate. So you guys, I think you guys like that. Gives you the ADR information there. Again, an update on version 4. Version 4 will either drop this weekend or the first of next week. All right, when it drops, I'll have a video for it. To explain how to use it, how to set it up, as well. We'll have an announcement to go with it, to make sure that everybody understands how to get set up with it. All right. Most likely, I'm going to take these two off here in the middle. Just keep the spread, the ADR, and then of course the buttons to open up the charts. All right. Somebody asked about GBP NZD. We are in an uptrend, and yes. So right now, money zone breakout, the first candle inside of the money zone needs to be what? Above the next day's money zone. Was it? Above the previous day's money zone. Yes, it was. Here is the top of the previous day's money zone. Boom, boom, boom. First candle inside the money zone. This one right here. All right, it's above. However, there's a zone right there, and it's less than 20 pips away. So we what? We don't take the trade. All right, but good eye. It did break the top of the money zone. Strategy 4 was in play, but was not confirmed because the zone was there, and we don't take that trade. All right. Somebody asked about EJ Strat 3 invalid due to the zone. EJ Strategy 3. So Strategy 3, guys, Strategy 3 is only for Great Britain pound pairs. All right. It may work on the other pairs, but it is a strategy specific to Great Britain pound pairs. All right, so leave that alone. EUR AUD strategy number 9, market maker strategies. Go take a look at it. EUR AUD. EUR AUD. We are in a what? We have 4 green zones, 3 red zones, and yes, strategy 9 will be in play if we what? If we get a close above the moving average, which would be, yep, more than 30 pips away to the next zone. Euro's trying to push up. Yep, so that could be a play we look at. We could look at that one. All right, we could look at that one. Let's look at GBP AUD. Is it going down? Not really. But yes, if that candle closes above, that could be a potential entry for strategy number 9. Good eye, good eye, good eye. We're not there yet. USD CHF money zone breakout invalid because of the range of the previous day's money zone. Not necessarily. Let's go take a look. That doesn't seem like invalid. The only time a trade would be invalid is if the zone was in the way, not necessarily the range of the previous day. So money zone breakout, we broke above it. Yes, there's a zone up here. So we invalid trade because we don't take that trade because of the zone right here. Now that zone, if price breaks through the zone, you know, that could be a potential buy. All right, could be a potential buy. All right. So it's invalid due to the zone. All right, due to the zone. GJ looking good in minute 15. So GJ strategy number 3, I looked at it earlier. As you guys know, for me, I like correlation. So GJ did close right here above the Asia channel, but the Asia channel is what? Asia channel over 50 pips. So we're not touching it. We're not touching it. If you would have took this strategy number 9, you see here, uptrend for the second day in a row, strategy number 9 was in place. Price came down here, touched the 200 twice, closed above the 200 here. You got in. That bad boy's already ran up 42 pips. You got your 25 pips in. You had your 25 pips in an hour. So, you know, had you took that trade, and you got a bag entry here as well. Bounce, AIRO, go outside of the money zone. But of course, strategy number 9, you can trade outside the money zone. All right. So strategy number 9, shout out. That's 2 days in a row. Strategy number 9 is hit on this pair. All right. Strategy number 9 be coming through. Don't sleep on strategy number 9, guys. But strategy number 3 is a no-go. Let's look here. GU. Trying to push down. Let's go to EUR AUD and see what happened. It closed below the moving average, guys. I'm not entering that trade. It closed below. It's got to close above. So right now, we're not taking that trade. All right. Right now, we're not taking that trade for EUR AUD 9. All right. GU is in a downtrend, and it's sitting at a very strong level of support, just chilling. GBP NZD is in a uptrend. As you can see there, more green than red, and it's not doing much. It's not doing much. It is the eve before NFP. GBP AUD, uptrend. Price trying to move up. Let's see how big that Asia channel was. 56 pips. It's a no-go for strategy number 3. G-Chef sitting into the zone. G-Cad chilling in the zone, not really doing much. Potential W formation. Boom, boom, boom. We get a break above the neckline. Let's go ahead and mark that now, just in case it happens. Break above the neckline and break. Let's see, put the neckline right there. We'll put this here. It's got to break the neckline and close above the zone. If that happens, I'm definitely in that bad boy for a nice little. Hold on, let's make sure we're in an uptrend here. We're in a downtrend. Negative, Ghost Rider. I apologize, guys. I apologize. Won't be taking that trade, man. I hate when the G pairs are mixed. Some are in uptrends, some are in downtrends. Gold. What is gold doing? Gold been feeding us all week. We've caught 25, 50, 60 pips off gold every day this week. So I'm hoping gold can give us some more pips tonight. Let's take a look here. It's in a downtrend right now, so we'll set that up and see if we can't get a bounce off of Fibonacci somewhere. Keep an eye on gold. Got a wedge here. Fibonacci. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at it. SPX 500 coming down in M formation. Man, it's just cruising. GR 30. Bitcoin. That would be a bag entry, but we are in a downtrend. It is a bag entry, but we are in a downtrend, so we don't take that one. Bitcoin looking interesting. Looking interesting. Man, market looking ugly right now. Market looking ugly. If you, let me check this one here. Eur Gbp strategy 9 just hit. Actually, it's been hitting. Strategy number 9 and a bag entry. Oh, yeah. Easy money. Price came in right there. Price already ran up 38 pips. So strategy number 9 played out on EJ. Nice little hit. Nice little 25 pips. That strategy 9, boys, it hits. It hits, and it hits often. Nothing going on with EUR NZD. EUR AUD trying to move up. All right, let's go check the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, so for strategy number 4, the first candle of today's money zone has to break or has to be close above the previous day's money zone. And there has to be no zone above us or below us, depending on what direction we're trading in. No zone above us or below us for 20 pips or more. All right, that is a valid trade. You know, and the best trade is you want the ADR to be less than 50 pips. All right, must be less than 50 pips as well, just like strategy number 3. Reason being, if it's gone more than 50 pips, as we can talk about here, guys, let's take a look at it. We can go here. We can tell you. I can now tell you or show you what the ADR is. We can now look at the ADR. So the ADR from GJ is 128 pips for the last 10 days. So 50 pips is, you know, almost 50% of the way. All right. The lowest G pair is at 116 pips, which is GBP USD. Like I told you guys, GBP NZD is typically the number 1 pair, Forex pair, as far as volume, as pips from an ADR standpoint. All right. Typically. Next is going to be GBP AUD. Those are your top 2 pairs, you know, out of all Forex pairs. You know, don't worry about, I'm not including the exotics, just regular standard Forex pairs. Those 2 are typically number 1. He's always number 1. And then GBP AUD is when it comes to overall largest ADR at all those pairs. All right. Get some good pips out of those two here. All right. G Chef gave us a 5 minute. What does that look like? G Chef with a 5 minute. Oh, trash. Trash, trash, trash. Yep. So now we can look at that. Eur Gbp is yellow because it's almost done. 64 out of 81 pips. An average of an 81 pip move. And Eur Gbp has already moved 64 pips. So that tells me what? I'm not looking to take no trades out of that bad boy. None. But you got that nice strategy 9 hit. Easy money. Easy money. Let's zoom in a little bit to see what that drawdown would have been. Drawdown. All right. You got in here. Drawdown would have been 2 pips. And ran up 38. So those who are looking for a great risk to reward strategy, that is one. Look what happened yesterday. Same thing. Came down, hit the 200, went back above it right here. You got the next candle. It dropped on you 4 pips, and that bad boy then ran up 58. That's 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row, just like GBP JPY. Up, happened again. Let's see what happens. See what happens here. Closed above. It ran up 17. You had some drawdown down to 15 pips, and it ran up 3 days in a row. Strategy 9 has hit 3 days in a row. 9 has hit for EUR JPY. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Remember what we talked about? Typically the push is going to be a 3 to 5 day push on the market makers. All right, 3 to 5 day push typically. Wee. We got a bunch of notifications. Go take a look at them. All right, we got a GER 30 for sale, S&P 500 for sale. Oh, yes, go look at the S&P 500. S&P 500. Oh, man, bag entry right into the zone. Negative Ghost Rider. Not looking to take that one. What's gold doing? Gold cruising. I like what it's doing right now, hitting that trend line. Hit the trend line there. I'd love for it to come back down here. As you guys see, we're in a downtrend. More red than green. So like Calvin called last night, I'd love to see this thing come down here and break this neckline. Break that neckline right there. We're in that bad boy for a nice little sale. Like we did yesterday to him. And that would be a nice little drop of 35. Yeah, we can get 25 pips out of that. That's what I'd like to see there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Bitcoin coming down to test that trend line. All right. I was about to analyze GBP AUD. Was I? Let's go take a look. I didn't know I was about to. My fault. GBP AUD. GBP AUD. Nothing ready to analyze. Nothing ready to analyze. It's in an uptrend. More green than red, but hey, we see here GBP AUD has already moved 74 out of 165. So we're less than 50%. But it's already moved more than 50 pips. Which I might change that rule, guys, now that we have ADR. I like the rule 50 pips, but I'm going to go back and do some back testing. Might make it 50% of the ADR. Might be the rule for strategy number 3. But for now, we'll keep it at 50 pips. But yeah, GBP AUD, that zone's there. Now we're not really doing much right now with GBP AUD. Not really doing much. GBP AUD yesterday, strategy 9 hit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Strategy number 9. All right. Let me show you guys here. Price came down. You got your W formation right here to start off the new cycle. Moving average crossed over the 200 moving average, so the AIRO moving average crossed over the 200. When that happens, when again we're in an uptrend, so when the moving average, the AIRO moving average, the blue one, crosses up above the 200 moving average, guess what? It's time to start looking for strategy non-entries. Strategy non-entries happens is what? All right, we're waiting for price to come down here. Touch the 200, go back above. All right. That was a loss right there. So you took a loss, that first one there. Had a recross here. Came back above here. That's a win there. Why did we lose that first one? Not sure what happened right here. I don't know. I remember we had some news the other day. Not really sure what happened there. EURUD. Pushing. We're gonna miss this one. It's gonna be too close to the zone. Yeah, gonna be way too close to the zone. Eur Gbp. It's about 15 pips away. Too close to the zone. I'm looking for 25 pips on that right there. Strategy number 9. Eur Gbp into the zone. Euro's trying to push up. All right, let's check what. So make sure we check the news, guys. Make sure we check the news. I use MyFXBook. MyFXBook is the app I use to check the news. And then you can also, if you want to, on your computer, look at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. So we do have Euro news in like 13 minutes, a whole bunch of it, but it's all green. You got 28 minutes for more Euro news. Got some GBP news in about 58 minutes, but it's green. Nothing but green folder until New York session. So we're clear tonight. In 5 hours, in 6 hours, you have all the orange and red photo news for USD and CA tonight. All right, let's see what we can figure out here. That gold trying to do that. Gold trying to break out. Cad JPY, you guys want to look at Cad JPY. Yeah, I said go the zone one way. It's trying to break, yeah, trying to break to the upside. Let's see here. Cad JPY. Yeah, I don't really see anything. It's a nice huge W on that bag entry. Yeah, the break of the neckline. But I don't see anything right now that I'd be looking to take on Cad JPY. All right. Yes, GBP. All GBP pairs move more than 50 pips, so they're all wearing valid. GU M5 looking for a bag entry. All right, let's go take a look. Are we going to be using the multi-time frame strategy tonight? We might have to. Let's take a look. GU. Got 2 arrows here already. Probably still down. So yeah, very well may be. Ugly. Looking ugly. Just a little bag entry right there on the 5 minute, but too close to the zone. That GER 30 trying to make a move. Where we at GER 30? Answer some more questions. So for strategy number 4, do you count the candle on the line of the start of the day? Yes, the very first candle of the money zone I count. That is correct. Are we safe to trade today? So statistics show that trading on Fridays, as well as NFPs, especially if you're a beginner, is not a successful day. Oh yeah, a drink of the day brought to you by Crush, Orange Crush. And so if you have to ask if trading is safe or stuff like that, if you have to ask any questions, guys, it's probably best not to do so until you get more experience. So, I won't be trading on Friday. Once we get done with this session here, I'm done for the week. All right. Unless it's cryptocurrency, that's about it. Took GU off strategy number 9 on the 1 hour yesterday. Shout out to you, Hilliard the GOAT. He catches pips daily. He catches 25,000 plus pips every week on crypto. So it can be done, guys. It can be done. Most currency pairs stay sideways until NFP. Potentially, they can. Potentially, that's potential. They could potentially stay sideways. GCAD is good on the H1. Is it? Let's go take a look. GCAD on the H1. GCAD on the H1. Negative, Ghost Rider. Nothing for me. Nothing for me on the H1. Nice little strategy 9 trade, though. Nice little strategy 9 trade. Boop, 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 boop. Came down here. Little retrace of 14 pips. It dropped 42. Nice, nice. So those who are looking for a risk to reward ratio that's a little better, strategy number 9, strategy number 8, and then strategy number 10. I'll have that for you. USD Cad. Let's go find USD Cad. USD Cad overall trend is even, 3 red, 3 green, but definitely less than 50 pips in between here. Definitely less than 50 pips. Only 25. Nothing to see from me. It's not in the uptrend, it's not in the downtrend, so this does not qualify for strategy 9. I wouldn't take a strategy 9 trade when there's even zones. All right. EURAUD on the H1. Let's look back at the charts. EURAUD on the H1. Oh man, look like we missed that one. That was beautiful. Strategy number 9 play. Came down, touched 200, closed back above it. We should have been in on the last candle at the beginning. We'd have had drawdown of a pip and a half, and we would have caught 43 pips. We'd have caught our 25. Don't sleep on the H1. Strategy number 1 and strategy number 9 on the H1, they'd be hitting. They'd be hitting. So we missed that. We missed that right there. Good eye, though. Good eye. Good eye. For strategy 3, the candle on the start of the day. Yes, both strategy 3 and strategy 4, the very first candle is a valid candle because it's inside the money zone. Ethereum with a sell into the zone. We're not worried about it. Which one? What are we looking at? Oh, EUR80. There it goes. See what it does. So the question was, would I recommend taking a bag entry outside the money zone? If you know what you're doing, yes. If you're an experienced trader, if you're not, no. Nas sell if it breaks the zone. I don't really keep Nas up, but let's go take a look at it. Let's go take a look at it. No issue for me. It's down. It's definitely in a downtrend. So, if we'd had a bag entry earlier, that'd have been a great sale. But no bag entry. I mean, right now it's currently 55 pips from the next zone. So, yeah. Not much we can do there. I'll keep it up though, just in case we get a bag entry. Maybe we'll take a look at it. I don't know. We'll see. How much is a pip on XAU USD, which is gold? So a pip is every 10 cents. So if gold is at 1700.10, that is $1,700.10. If it goes from 1700.10 up to 1700.20, that is 1 pip. So every 10 cents is 1 pip. Every dollar price goes from 1700 to 1701, that is 10 pips. Every dollar is 10 pips with gold. teach really on trading gold. If you have to ask, you're not ready to trade gold. I can tell you that right now. Nothing, no offense, they're just not ready to trade gold. When I trade gold, I use a 50 pip take profit, 100 pip stop loss during New York session. Outside of New York session, if there's a good setup, I cut that in half. 50 pip stop loss, 25 pip take profit. That's just me though. How do you pull up the ADR chart? You don't at this moment. So again, when version 4 comes out, it will have the ADR on there for you guys. So right now, the chart you guys are seeing is just me showing you guys version 4, so you guys get used to seeing it, how it works, so that when it rolls out, it's easy for you guys to do what? To still to pick up on it. Can you show us how to get RDP on your phone? Sure. If you have an iPhone or you have an Android, you need to go to the App Store, and you need to download Microsoft Remote Desktop. The Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right, Microsoft Remote Desktop. On the iPhone, icon looks like. Let me see if I can get that back up here. The icon looks like that. And then it pulls up when you open it up to your charts. All right. So Microsoft Remote Desktop, you download that. All the remote desktop feature, the username and login, all that is in your back office. All right. Go to Switch Tools. Also, there are videos in the back office that show you how to set up your VPS and your remote desktop as well. Why do alerts show up if there is a zone close by? That's the way the software is created. Alerts will show up when certain criteria are met. Whether there's a zone or not, alerts will show up. All right? Don't worry about that stuff. Worry about waiting for the right setup. That's all you need to worry about. You focus on the right setup, and you'll be good. You'll be good to go. Euro's pushing. Ethereum, nothing. Bitcoin, nothing. GR30, nothing. S&P 500. Oh, did we miss the bag entry? Did we miss the bag entry on S&P? I guess we did. We'd be up 41 pips right now. Golly. How we missed that entry? Oh, right there, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a zone. That's why we didn't take it. There was a zone right there. There was a zone. That's what it was. Broke through the wedge. Let's see here. I hate when it happens. Come on. All right, guys, I am going to enter. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm going to enter into a sale. I think I'm about to get into this sale on S&P 500. I think I'm going to enter into this sale. We're in a downtrend. All right, we got a break of the what? We got a break of the wedge. Using the wedge strategy. that was taught by the hot guy group. Put the stick there, take it about 50%, which is about right there, which is probably about a good 100 pips away now. It is 89 pips away. I think we may be good for 50 pips. Maybe good for 50 pips. All right, this is S&P 500. So make sure that you use proper risk management. All right. I'm entering into a sale right here. I'm going 50 pips, 50 pips. S&P 500 is a very volatile pair. Make sure you use proper risk management. I always talk about making sure you know, when it comes to, when it comes to indices and gold and cryptocurrency, if you trade with a 0.1, you might want to trade with a 0.01 when you come to these pairs. All right. All right. Up 10 pips already. See if we can get about 50 pips out of this bad boy. My final TP though would be about 80 pips down to the halfway point of the stick of the wedge. But I'm going for 50 pips. That's pretty safe. That's typically what I go for. So we'll see. We'll see. $50 pip take profit, 100 pip stop loss. Again, very volatile pair. That's why I do not recommend trading if you are a beginner. All right. I do not recommend trading it if you are a beginner. All right, we're gonna let that one simmer. Down 15 pips real quick here. Took a trade on AUD JPY. AUD check APY. Let's go take a look at it. Someone said took a trade on AUD JPY. Not necessarily a a London session pair. It is an uptrend at a bag entry. And that bag entry was before ran up 18 pips, but that bag entry was what? That bag entry was before the money zone. So invalid for bag entry, but I see why you took a trade if you took it based on the bag entry. Yes, today, technically right now is Friday. So Friday, New York session. So Friday, London session, cool. But for me, it's, I'm looking at, again, this is London session. So Friday, New York session is when the trap day for the market makers. That's when they start their trapping. All right. So technically, it is Friday, but Friday, New York session. We're in London session right now. So I don't, it's highly not suggested to trade New York session of Friday. Now, can you make money on it? Yeah. People do it all the time. But, let's see here. Any more questions real quick here. Tuesday morning, I don't know. I haven't thought about Tuesday morning yet. You know, we could do Monday morning, Tuesday morning. We'll see. What time zone is used for strategy 10? So typically there is no time zone used for strategy number 10. Strategy number 10 is you stay within inside of the money zone. All right. All right, guys. We already talked about version 4. So I'll let you guys know when it's ready. All right. I told you guys it'll either be this weekend or next week. When it's announced, was announced. All right. We'll announce it when we announce it. All right. This is why you don't over leverage when it comes to indices. We got a little pullback right now. You guys can see about 50 pips drawdown. All right. You can see gold is starting to head back down. Gold and the indices, they typically are inverses. All right. GR30. All right. Someone said there's a zone that popped up on the M1. Again, guys, I don't look at the lower time frames. The higher the time frame, the stronger the trend. Not the lower the time frame. The higher the time frame, the stronger the trend. I don't look at the lower time frames. Everyone has a different strategy. Everyone does things differently. That is not my style. I don't look below. Not for zones of support or resistance or anything of that nature. I don't. So if I go to a lower time frame, I'm going to see if I can get a entry on like a 5-minute time frame. If I look at the 15, that's it. That is it. When will I halt my trading before NFP? So NFP is at 7:30, I believe, p.m. Central Standard Time. And so for me, I would halt mine when I got this call. We'll get this call 4 p.m. 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. I won't trade again until next week. So the people that are catching all the pips in the group are these people that know about trading or regular people with no Forex knowledge, just taking bag entries alone. So it's a combination of both. Of course, those who have experience are able to get tips there, but there are people that have never traded before. Was on a call today, and gentleman, he's been trading for 3 months. That's it. And he's already, last month alone, he caught over 30,000 pips on Bitcoin. All right. So, it's up in the air. There are people that are inexperienced that are catching pips, and then there's those that are experienced that are catching pips. So it's all about sticking to the rules, mastering the rules, and having fun with it. All right, got to have fun, got to follow the rules, got to practice proper risk management. All right. see here. You have written down notes for different strategies. The PDF for the strategies is coming, guys. The PDF for the strategies is coming. You guys will see it dropping in the group. It'll be pinned to the group and it'll be put into the announcements. All right. EURCHF valid bag entry. Let's go look at EURCHF. How we doing with down 58? All right. EURCHF has a valid bag entry. EURCHF, yep, has a valid bag entry. That is correct. That is correct. A valid bag entry. And you look at all the other euros, they're trying to push up. At least they were trying. Yeah, so that is a valid bag entry. I wouldn't have took it just because of all the other euro pairs that are stuck in the zones. All right. Man, this S&P making me mad. Come on, baby. Quit playing with us. Hit that trend line and turn around. Let's start moving average. Give us these pips. All right, got some more questions here. Uh-oh. We got a notification on the chart, something. All right, looks like at 2 a.m. on the dot, my VPS is frozen as anybody else's crash. Anybody else have any issues? I gotta now make sure you always have your, what do I call it? Your MT4. Make sure you always have that set up on your phone. That way you can monitor the trade, all right? If anything happens, you wanna make sure you can monitor your trades. All right, so if yours froze and died as well, go ahead and make sure to post your most of you guys are fine. If yours did freeze, go ahead and post your yep, you guys know it, your username. Let me go ahead and collect those. 2 a.m. on the dot. So let me go ahead and collect these real quick. And yes, right now S&P 500 heading back down. That's a good sign. Heading back down. Need that. Need that in my life. Need it in my life. I want it in my life. Y'all know the song. All right. Just give me a second, guys. Let me go ahead and write these down real quick. Just writing down these usernames. And all we're doing is providing this information to the Forex, to the actual, VPS company, so that they can make their tweaks. They have been making some changes, and a lot of users are having better experience. Hence, a lot of the new people that are coming on board are having better experience, as well as some of the older people are starting to have their VPS perform a lot better. So the company gets it, but they need this information just to help them out in pinpointing the issue. Because some people's, depending on where you're at in the world, your VPS may be housed on a different server, so they need to actually look at that information. Come on, S&P drop. Quit playing with us. All right, I think I got everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. Gold about to break the neckline. That ain't good. I need gold to run up. If gold runs up, S&P runs down. If gold runs up, S&P runs down. S&P is running down right now. That's good. Let me share my screen. We are back in action. Back in action. You see, we hit that, which is what I was hoping it would do, hit that moving average, and it's bouncing off of it. So let's go look at gold. Gold. Oh, gold closed the neckline too. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do because I don't trade gold and S&P in the same direction. But and then I'm looking at the M. It's a slanted up M. S&P's coming down hard. I'm not gonna touch it, guys. I'm not gonna touch it. Not gonna touch it. Not gonna touch it. Only reason is, if gold was flying high, S&P coming down, or if we were in S&P buy, I would feel comfortable taking this in a sell. They're typically inverses. I don't like taking them in the same direction. All right, that's just me. I don't like taking it. If you want to take this trade, you can. I'm not going to take it though. I'm not going to take it. This would be a strategy number. What strategy? 7 trade. M's, W's, and wedges. And as long as you didn't over leverage, guys, we are now in profit when it comes to S&P. We in profit, dog. I know some of y'all freaked out. That's why you do not over leverage. Do not over leverage. I almost put another trade up here. Almost. I'll do it on gold. I feel a lot more comfortable with gold, but S&P, I'm not that comfortable yet. I am. Just not with you guys on the call and not outside of session. Gold moves a lot more fluid outside of session to where we, like you said, we caught 25, 30, 60 pips yesterday. But S&P, boy, it's an interesting animal. Up 16 pips, 27 pips, 25 pips. All right. TP was 50 pips. We're already halfway. We're already halfway. If you want to lock in profits, go ahead, lock in profits. Cannot go broke taking profits, guys. Can't go broke taking profits. Once we hit 37, 38 pips, I'm putting my stop loss in profit. That's 75% of the way. Every time I get to about 75% of the way to my TP, I put my take profit into profit. I'm sorry, I put my stop loss into profit, at least 2 pips. That way, if it does come all the way back, I don't lose a trade. I don't lose a trade. And really, I should be doing the same thing I do with gold. So you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with gold, guys. I'm about to take profit at 25 pips because we are out of session with S&P, just like we are with gold. And so we should have took profit already at 25 pips. Should have took profit at 25 pips. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There go 25 there. Oh, come on, VPS. You behind. Still dropping. We're looking good. $18.45, 19. All right, guys, we about to hit. There it is. Almost hit. We're almost about to hit take profit, 50 pips. My VPS is frozen. But you guys can see on the phone there. There you go. It just cleared back up. We're about to hit that take profit. About to hit that TP, 50 pips. Come on. Come on. Oh, we're there. I'm going to go ahead with my stop loss and profit. Guaranteed trade. Guaranteed. Guaranteed trade. Guaranteed. Come on, baby. We got right there. There we go. Push down, baby. Give us that full 50. Give us that full 50. Don't go to 48 and stop on us. Don't give us that 50. Make sure you got the take profit, guys. Make sure you got it locked in. Make sure you got the TP locked in, or at least your stop loss locked in. We're up 30 over 30 pips right now. Make sure you got your stop loss locked in. You don't want to give up all this. All right. GR30. Not worried about that. 35. Come on, put us out of misery. I'm being greedy. I'm gonna put it down to that blue line I told y'all, the halfway mark. We're gonna see what happens. I'll probably still close out at 50 pips. Y'all know me. I'm a conservative trader. Conservative. Push it to the limit. Come on, babe. Push, 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 push. We're playing with us. Got the 45 and turning around. Take us out of our misery. I need to be took out of my misery. If you don't have your stop loss and profit, you are doing yourself a disservice. All right? Doing yourself a disservice. All right? I'm about to close out, guys. I'm about to take this little 30 pips. I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I'm conservative. I'm gonna explain why I got out of there. It continued to bounce off this level right here. The what? The neckline of the W. It continued to bounce off the neckline of the W. It would not break that. One pass, two pass. See those wicks? That is off that neckline right there. That's why I closed out. That's why I closed out. I'll take my 30 pips. Take my 30. Now let's look at gold real quick. See what gold did. Did gold make the move? It tried to. It tried to. It tried to. But yes, guys, so that's it. I mean, that's why you want to ensure that when you're trading gold, S&P, cryptocurrency, you use a lower lot size, all right, so that you can withstand long pullbacks. Because these pairs, they may look smooth, but in real life, these bad boys will scare you if you have the wrong lot size on, all right? Because they will move. And you think the move looks normal. You look at other charts as well. These pips are different. This candle right here might be like a 5 pip candle, 8 pip candle on a regular Forex pair. But on gold, this is a double, almost 12 pips, all right? These pairs will eat you for lunch. This candle right here is like maybe a 10, 15 pip candle right here on regular Forex pairs. Let's see what it is. Oh, come on, baby. It's a 70 pip candle. That is a 70 pip candle right there. 70 pip candle, not including the wicks, just the body. Not even including the wicks. You include the wicks, it's probably closer to 100. But just including the body, just the body, the full part, 70 pip candle. All right. That's why you must make sure you use proper risk management. All right. Proper risk. So we got 30 pips out the way. Some might have got more. Some might have hit break even, on their stop loss. Everybody should have made money on that trade. So you should have had your stop loss and profit. All right. Should have had your stop loss and profit. No, I forgot. I did not take that trade on my FTMO. It's all good. It's all good. Q&A is blowing up. So someone said yes. So there is a GJ and the indexes most of the time correlate. So if they were going down, let's go look at GJ. Let's go look at GJ. Ooh, look at see GJ heading down. GJ moving down. GJ been moving down the last 4 candles, and we were just in S&P 500, and it's moving down. All right, S&P's right back down to that level where we took profit at. So for those who are still hanging, because I know some of y'all still hanging. I know y'all out there. I know y'all still hanging. Y'all hanging for that 50 to 80 pip range. It's probably gonna get there too. Just me, I go for more to guaranteed money. If I get it, I'm locking it. I'm locking it in. I'm locking it in. Look at it. Look at it. EURCHF on the sale. There's no bag entry. Gold for the sale. GBP AUD for the sale. Bitcoin for the sale. Bitcoin? That's a valid bag entry on Bitcoin too. And it's a slanted in. And it broke the neckline. Oh, only thing that scares me is this trend line here. Man, we already missed that. Golly, Bitcoin. GBP AUD. GBP AUD. Come on. That's invalid. And then gold. Gold gave a bag entry. Gold gave a bag entry. S&P 500, hey, it hit that 50 pips for those who held. It 50 pips or more. So if you got your 50 pips, S&P, shout out to you for holding. I took my 32 pips and I ran. S&P hit 50 pips, take profit for those that hold. I know y'all was holding. I don't feel comfortable taking that bag entry on gold, guys, because S&P dropping. So we already caught that pips. We're going to leave that one alone. Bitcoin. Come on, VPS. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? It's not in that trend line. I ain't messing with that trend line right there. Got to be more careful. Yep. All right. TP hit on S&P 500, 194 pips. Let's go. Never go broke taking profits. Sniper 3 entries. Man, I almost double. Hey, Lexi, I almost put some more in too, but I'll be trying to have I'll be trying to be good for y'all on this call. I'll be trying to be, be responsible. But I can tell you, when you guys are on the call, Joshua Fair, 23 pips on gold. Shout out to Joshua Fair. Hey, our CFO's on the call, catching those pips. Y'all know he loves the precious metals. He only trades gold and silver. Only silver and gold. All right. 30 pips. Shout out to everybody that caught those trades on gold and S&P. GN for the buy. Let's go look at GN real quick. Somebody just called GN for the buy. 115 pips on gold. Oh, somebody been in gold for a minute if you got 115 pips. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back. Look at that gold real quick. Yeah, you have to be in for a while to be getting pips, 115 pips. Somebody said GN though. GN for this buy. So GN potentially breaking the Asia channel. But if you look at it here, guys, it's already moved up 71 pips. So that's invalid for strategy number 3. So I wouldn't be touching it. If it breaks that zone, I wouldn't even touch it. Why? Because your probability of catching 20 pips is no longer a higher probability. It's lower. All right. You want to ensure that the trades you take have a high probability chance of hitting the desired take profit level. Me, I'm conservative. I could have held that trade and caught the 50 pips on S&P. But when I see certain things like what it was doing earlier, bouncing off that neckline, and I was up 30 pips, hey, I took my money and ran. You can't go broke taking profits. Look at that. Could have held it. But then again, it could have done what? It could have reversed and went all the way back up. It's done it to me before. All right. And again, 30 pips outside of New York. I mean, outside of New York session on S&P. It's not a bad day. I'll take my 30. Shout out to those who got more. 50, 60, 70. GR30. GER30 with the bag entry. What's that Bitcoin doing? Did it continue to break? Yeah, stop right there at the trend line. When you start to understand these trend lines, guys, you'll start to see your trading enhance a lot further when you understand trend lines and your wedges and your M's and W's. You start to see that you see a lot more in the market. All right, the more screen time you have. GN trying to push. We are officially in London session, guys. We are officially 20 minutes into London session. All right, we are officially in London session. Volatility has picked up. Shout out to those in the gold trade because that bag entry paid out. Let's see how many pips we got. How many pips did it get? Oh yeah, easy 25. Almost 30 pips right there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I just don't like trading in the same direction, guys. S&P 500 and gold going in the same direction, not a good sign. They're typically inverse correlated pairs. All right, inverse correlated, meaning that they typically go in the opposite directions. All right, gold is known as a safe haven. So when the economy is going down, unemployment's high, foreclosures are high, whatever the case may be, no stimulus. And, when they announced potentially no stimulus a couple of weeks ago, the market crashed. When you see stuff like that, typically gold is flying high because it's seen as a safe haven. It's seen as a hedge against the economy, and then vice versa. When the economy is flying high, gold is falling like a rock. So when they're moving in the same direction, that's my clue to stay away from it. Like, I'm not touching it. I felt good when we took that S&P trade because S&P was headed down. All right. And you remember, guys, gold was headed up and then it started coming down. All right. Eur Gbp. We're clear for the night. We're in an uptrend. Mm-hmm. We're gonna throw it. We're gonna throw it on there. We're gonna see what happens. See what happens. See if we can't get some rejections here. All right, guys. So I'll tell you, when the market is not fluid, when the market's fluid, strategy 3 is working all day long. Strategy 1 is working all day long. Strategy 2 is working all day long. Strategy 4 is working all day long. Strategy 5 works, at London session breakout. And so if the market is dead or moving funny, and strategies 1 through 5 are not really working very well, strategy 7 and 8 and 9 will be strategies that save you or allow you to be able to do what? Be able to catch some pips in the market. All right. You can master those, you have those backups. Again, 5, man, look at S&P. Should have held. Hit that TP. Halfway of the stick. Hit that TP. Shout out to the Hawkeye group for giving us that tidbit of information. All right, we got some moves there. Let me come here and let's come here and answer some questions. EUR CHF. We already looked at that pair. EG looks like strategy 8 on 15. How does it look like strategy 8? Is it reversing off of EG, strategy 8? Is it reversing off anything? Off of one of the fib levels? We're in a downtrend on EG. Oh, I'm sorry, we're in an even trend. We're in an even trend on EG, but guess what? The rule for even number of zones is you want there to be 50 pips in between each zone. So let's see if there's 50 pips. We have 17 pips in between the two middle zones. Therefore, we don't take any trades when it comes to EUR GBP. So even amount of zones. Now, again, you may have a different broker than me and yours may look different. So again, make sure you trade what you see. So someone was asking, can you use strategy 2 on S&P 500? Yes, you can, but I would only do it during New York session. Only during New York session. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Somebody called that GU. GU. All right, GU. I'm not really seeing how to got in on strategy number 2. Because strategy number 2, you enter in a trade based on the bag entry, unless they went to the 5-minute. No entry there. So shout out to you for catching those pips, but no entry that I see. And then GN never broke the zone. So definitely no good for strategy 8. But again, strategy number 3. But then again, strategy number 3, guys, the Asia channel is more than 50 pips. Invalid trade. Invalid trade, guys. Invalid. Don't just throw it out. So I see it. You guys know the rules. Nate, go live Monday through Friday. You're not busy. Man, I wish. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got more educators getting ready to come on board. So we make it, we're working on getting more calls out for you guys. Can you explain the importance of the green, yellow, and red news in the MyFX book? Yes. So green news is just basic economic news. It's low impact. All right. So that means that news would have a low impact. All right. Yellow will have a medium impact. All right. So that type of news typically has a medium impact on the currency pair. And then your red folder news is your high impact, which means you need to stay away because price can move very erratically if you are in the markets at the time. All right. UK 100 on H4. Man, I'm not looking at that. No, sir, Craig, I can't do it. I never trade indices on the 4-hour chart, especially not at a session. You saw we had some decent drawdown on S&P 500 here on the 5-minute chart. So what do you think that 4-hour chart can give you? I stay away from the 4-hour chart for indices. What are the top 3 funding companies? So the top 3 that are out there right now, as far as the 3 most popular, FTMO, Funding Talent, and Audacity Capital. Those are the 3. I'll put them into the chat here. You have FTMO, Audacity Capital, Funding Talent. Now, what I'll say about those are this. Just because they give you money if you pass, just because they give you money and allow you to trade your money, doesn't mean that you may need to go do it. Trading demo is easy. You have nothing to lose. But when you pay that money to go take the real trial, you have pressure. If you pass, then you have to trade your real account. And if you lose the first month, you got to start all over again. So you need to ensure that you've worked on your mindset as well. All right. Being down 73 pips like we were, I could have freaked out and got out. Could have freaked out. All right. Some people did freak out. Somebody over leveraged on this call. I know they did. Happens on every call. Somebody over leverages. All right. I had somebody the other day tell me, Nate, man, I took one of your Bitcoin calls a couple of weeks ago and I put a standard lot on it. And and within the first minute, I was down $900 because the spread on Bitcoin usually is like 800 pips or 800 points, which is about 80 pips. And so with a standard lot, that's $800 in the red. All right. He freaked out. He said, man, I freaked out. I threw my phone down. I just ran out the room. And then I heard you start talking about Bitcoin was in profit. I felt better. I came back and I made $1,600. So shout out to him. But he freaked out because he over leveraged on that trade. All right. So that type of mindset, you have to have when you're trading with these funded accounts, because every month you have to be consistent. Otherwise you lose that account and you have to pay the money to get it all back again. All right. So do not just jump into these funded, accounts if you aren't ready for it. You need to be ready for it. You need to have the consistency. If you can't make a withdrawal on your own personal account, you have no business trading, just in my opinion, the other people's money. Because all you're going to do is pay them to take the test, and most likely, have a low probability chance of passing. All right, you need to walk before you run. That is running. When you get to the point where you can trade other people's money, that is running. So make sure you're taking your time, all right, and not just going out there and throwing money. I've seen people even in the group that throw money at it. All right, I've seen people in the FTMO group on Facebook, people that aren't even part of our community, and you see. They go pay for the $100,000 challenge, which is like $640 US dollars. And then you see them jump into the Facebook group. Hey guys, I just paid for the $100,000 account. Can anybody give me a strategy I can use to pass? Why would you pay $640 and you don't have a strategy that can pass? You have to be ready. The rules are different with these funding groups. All right. So make sure you're ready, guys. Make sure you're ready. Will Forex be here till forever? I couldn't tell you. What I can tell you, though, is Forex is the oldest financial market in the world. It's older than the stock market. Of course, it's older than cryptocurrency. Forex has been here since the beginning. All right. Forex has been here since the beginning. So if anything is going to stand the test of time, it's going to be Forex, because you have to have currency exchange. People are going to travel, different currencies, different countries. Do you have a certain profit percentage of your account that you attempt to regularly reach? For me, guys, I don't look at profit percentages on my personal account. I look at dollar value. So I have a dollar goal that I want to hit every day, at least every day that I trade, because I don't trade every day. And so my goal is to hit a certain dollar value. I got a nice little range. And so somewhere between the bottom of that range and the top of that range. And once I hit that goal, I'm done. On my FTMO, I will start not next week. I'm going to start the week after, so the week of the 15th. I'm going to start my FTMO challenge, the 100K account. And so starting that week, I'm going to only take trades on that account to ensure that I make sure I trade properly and don't miss any trades, trying to trade both accounts. But I will, my goal will be minimum, I'll be looking to get 2.5 to 5% a day. I mean, a week, 2.5 to 5% a week. The goal is to hit 10% in a month and have no more than 5% loss in a day max, or 10% loss in the entire month. All right. So very strict. So on a $100,000 account, 5% in a day is only $5,000. And that's not just closed out losses. That means drawdown as well, which means that you can't just throw a 25 lot position on there and try to make money. Because if it goes 20 pips the wrong way, that's $5,000, you're done. All right. You're done. So you got to have practice proper risk management. All right, guys. Let's see here. I'm definitely behind on these questions. All right, so somebody's asking me in the version 4, should I have the direction showing on version 4? I thought about that, but maybe that'd be version 5. Right now, I wasn't even thinking about that in the very beginning when I constructed version 4. And so to go back and add that, it can be done very easily, but I don't know, maybe we'll make that version 5. So what they're talking about, guys, is so you guys can see it here on version 4. All right. So on here, making sure that, beside each pair, you have trend direction. So the crazy thing though is trend changes depending on what time frame you're on. And so that's the thing. In minute 5 could be up, minute 15 could be down. So that would clutter up the entire chart. So you have to have every minute, every time frame would have to have a trend next to it, and that would just clutter things up. I don't like to see clutter, so not sure how we'll do that one there. I'll look into it, see what we can do. I'll look into that. But right now, this is what it's going to be. I'll probably get rid of these 2 middle rows. Just go with the spread, the ADR, and then of course whatever time frames you select. So there'll be a video out that shows all that. Be on the lookout for that again. Once again, version 4. Look out for it this weekend or early next week. All right. Can I tell you what day for sure? That's just that is just what it is as of right now. How often do I do the Aero live trade? So I'm on 3 times a week. Wednesday morning and again, if you want to see the schedule, go to the Aero bag chat in the pinned. So all the messages are pinned at the top. The schedule is pinned for all calls that we have right now. And so for me, I'm just on Wednesday from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. Central. Thursday from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. And then, of course, Friday, like now, 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. That's my schedule as of right now. All right. So I'm on 3 days a week. Euro Cad for a strategy 4 sale. Let's go take a look. Oh, I got to add Euro Cad. I don't look at Euro Cad much. Definitely trending that way. Definitely trending. And so the first one would have been here. Asia channel is only 44 pips. Might be a good move. Might be a good move. We're late on the entry, but yeah, might be a good move. Might be a good move. Somebody got 100 pips at S&P. It dropped 116 pips before it reversed. 116 pip drop. All right. Bitcoin went all the way down. That was a perfect setup. The only reason I didn't call it a Bitcoin trade because of this trend line here. You see it stopped, but it eventually broke through. If this trend line, if I hadn't drawn a trend line, if I didn't see it, respect that, then I would have been looking at this here. Let me show you why I like this trade. All right, so as you can see, we're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend. We have what? We have an M formation off of the support zone, strategy number 7. All right. The M is trending down. All right. We had a what? We had a break of the neckline on this candle here. So you could have been in even before the bag entry. Then you had a bag entry and a drop. And so it dropped 67,300 points or 6,700 pips. So that's a multitude of strategies right there. You got strategy number 7 and strategy number 1 combined. It's a great trade right there. 6,000 pips, can't beat that. I like to trade 5 to 10,000 pips at a time, or 50 to 100,000 points. That's a good little range right there that I like. That was a good 6,000 pip drop right there. If you miss a trade, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. There's going to be more setups. Always going to be more setups. Don't chase trades. Don't worry about missing them. It's always going to be more setups. Trust me. I used to be the exact same way, trying to chase. Found myself losing. Let's go answer some more of these questions here. In about 19 minutes, guys, we'll go ahead and take a break. 19 minutes. I need a refill. I'm parched. So I want to say Euro Cad. Euro Cad. What does that mean, guys? When you throw it out, guys, let me know what we're looking at. Don't just throw out a pair. Don't make me guess. Let me know what we're looking for. Somebody said Euro Cad. Euro Cad. What strategy are we looking out for? Oh, that one too late, guys. We already missed that one. Remember, we talked about that. We missed that one. We're late on that entry. You're gonna be there early. I'm not entering to that trade. I'm not entering to that one. At GBP and ZD pushing. Come on, VPS, be nice to us. Looking for some setups, guys. Just trying to look for some setups. Not seeing much here. Let's answer some questions here. All right. So yes, guys, I am using a broker most of you guys may not be using. Therefore, I have different setups. So again, different brokers are going to give you different prices, and then therefore different prices are going to do a couple of things. Price is what. Oh, that must be my other account. All right, the FTMO account. Gold on the. Why do I have gold on the 15-minute? So different brokers are going to get you different looks. Price is going to be different from broker to broker, and price is what dictates whether the zones pop up in certain areas, how big they are, how thick they are. Price dictates how large or short the money zone is. Price dictates when the arrows pop up. So price dictates everything. Everything is based off of price. Different brokers have different price. Therefore, my chart may look different than your chart. You want to make sure you trade your chart. All right. Can you use strategy 4 on indices? No. I mean, only strategy that I look to use on indices is strategy number 1 and strategy number 5, counter trade, and then strategy number 8. 1, 5, and 8 are the only 3 that I would use on indices. All right, from a consistency standpoint. All right. All right, Nas already made his drop, so we're not gonna take a look at that, guys. Gold has been falling due to bond prices falling and yields increasing. Bond prices have a positive correlation with gold. Bond yields have a negative correlation with gold. Hey, thanks for that. I'm gonna look into the bonds. I've never been a bond trader. Their yields are too small. It don't make any sense. But it definitely would help to understand bonds to help out with additional confirmations when trading gold. We already talked about that. I'm starting my funded account the week of the 15th. Do I think future generations will be exposed to Forex? I do. My cousin, 16, I've already exposed him to it. He contacted me today, and I'm going to look at his results for the last month, or that's more really the last 2 weeks, to see how he's been doing. And then I expect to let his father know that he is good to go on starting his live account this week. So how to go about getting a link for the New York session call. Link is going to be in the Aero bag chat. So in the Aero bag chat, the link will be posted. Also in the Aero announcements channel. All right. All rules will stay the same with version 4. All rules will stay the same. How big a stop loss will I place for BTC? The links will be posted when the call happens. So they're not posted all the time for you to see. When the call is starting, you will see the links posted, guys, in New York session. Just like I posted a couple hours ago for this session, they will be posted for New York session as well, guys. All right. Also, make sure you're in the Aero announcements channel. That's where it gets posted first. How big is stop loss for BTC? So BTC, similar model with cryptocurrency. I mean, that I use on cryptocurrency. I use with gold and and indices. Double my take profit. So my take profit, it was 5,000 pips. Now I'm looking to have a 10,000 pip stop loss, just due to the volatility. That's just me. Don't over leverage. Collect $200 after dope. Where do I think Bitcoin may drop to? I don't know. Let's go mark up Bitcoin and see if we can looking at technical analysis, figure out where Bitcoin could potentially go to. So I'm here on the 4-hour chart. You can see significantly declines as it hit its all-time high. Price right now is looking to break out I wouldn't say very soon, but price is definitely looking to break out. You can see here in this wedge. All right, so as it tightens up here, it's going to eventually break out. If it breaks to the upside, we can definitely come back to that 50 at 57,000, 58,000 level. If it breaks to the downside, I'm expecting price to hit down to that 40,000 level. All right, 40,000 level. All right, 40,000 level. You can see here. It's a very strong level right there, 40,000 level. All right, 40,000. That's 40,300. So let me pull it down to 40,000 even. All right, you see that touches there, multiple touches there. At 40,000 level is a pretty good, strong level. Somewhere between 40, 43,000 range is where I'll be looking for price to drop if we can get a break to the downside. Luckily, we're above the 200 moving average. So 200 moving average is a pretty strong moving average. All right. So I'm looking for BTC to break out of the wedge and eventually go back up to 58 or down to 40,000. And I would say I would expect 40,000 before we hit 58, just because this is the time of year when Bitcoin starts to taper off. All right. Historically, Bitcoin runs up November, December, January, February, and it starts to cool off and start to level off, going into March, April, May timeframe. All right. So I don't seem to be getting all the AIRO alerts. Is there a setting that I'm missing? I only get the ones for the pairs I'm looking at. That's it. So as you're getting all the alerts you're supposed to. If you have 10 pairs open and you have AIRO on 10 pairs, those 10 pairs are going to be the only ones you get alerts for. That's how it works. Now with strategy, with version 4 coming out, you can add as many as you want onto the charts. And I'll talk about, that, on the video that I create for you guys, showing you how to set it up and use it. But it'll allow you to get alerts on more than one, more than just the pairs you're looking at. All right. Someone said they lost their zoom in and zoom out button. All right. So all buttons, guys. Here, you're going to come into view, and you're going to come into toolbars, and then these four toolbars. Come on, VPS. These 4 toolbars need to be check marked, and then these 2 below it, status bar, charts bar. You select those, you'll have everything you need. All right, you have everything you need. USD CHF. USD CHF. I don't really see an entry. And if we're going off a break of the previous day's money zone, we're late on that one. But there was a zone there, broke through it. I wouldn't be looking to trade it right now. The people who trade cryptos, why don't they do calls on the weekend? So last Saturday, I had the very first pop-up call for cryptocurrency. And shout out to our CFO, 47 pips. 47 pips so far on gold. Well, bag 2 and bag 3. Where's bag 1? And he collecting money. But we had a call. Last Saturday on crypto. So I did a pop, dropped it in the group. Everybody could jump on. I think we only had 75 people get on the call. Everybody was out partying Saturday night, and we actually caught. Man, I forgot how many pips we caught. What we caught, like 7,500 pips, 75,000 points, something like, I can't remember, something like that. 5,000, 7,000 pips, something like that we caught. So, hey, be looking out for those calls. That call was just more or less a quick hour call, nothing long. I got on there to show and talk about the 3 most successful strategies that the crypto groups, those who are qualified to be in a crypto group, is what they're using. And then we ended up catching a Bitcoin trade. So we'll see. I know the crypto group's going to start doing more trades. They're going to have their 1 call a week starting here pretty soon. But as far as for the group, the overall company, we're getting ready to expand the overall education period. Right now, we only have 33 hours. The goal is to get to 100 hours of live trading and training sessions. So it gives you guys more opportunity. All right. Eur Gbp Signal looks good. EUR GBP. Not really sure what signal. Not really sure what signal. Everybody keeps bringing up this GU. GU. Let's go look at GU. Okay, yep, GU. Let's see if strategy 8 would have caught this trade. Nope. Didn't even come to a point where it reversed that. All right, guys. It is officially 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna take a quick 15-minute break. I'm gonna throw on the music. If I see anything, I'll pull up I'll stop the music, pull the charts back up, and then I'm gonna work on trying to answer a lot of the Q&A questions to get caught up. A couple of requests to show how to make the trend line shorter. We missed our entry on EUR JPY. If you're watching it, strategy number 8 played out. You had the doji, not doji, you had the hammer off the 50. Entry would have been on this previous candle here. And it ran up 10 pips already. It's come back down, but it ran up 11 pips, I'm sorry. And TP should be back at the zero line for 21 pips. So shout out to those who took this trade. I missed the setup. I just looked at it. All right. Stop loss would be 5 pips below the 62 level. This is strategy number 8. Very good strategy. Now, trend lines. Trend line is the diagonal looking item line here. For me, I can make mine as long or as short as I want. All right. So what you want to do is you want to double click on the actual trend line to get the 3 white dots, then right click on it and go to properties, trend line properties. Here you want to go to parameters, and right here, Ray. Ray is check marked. If you want to unselect Ray so that you can have what I have. So you unselect that, leave it blank. And then now you have the Ray that you can extend or shorten or put up and down as much as you need. All right. So yeah, we missed that strategy number 8 on EUR JPY. Very good entry. No drawdown, just straight up. It's a beautiful trade right there. What, G-Chef coming down. You guys see that? Where I put that line from the neckline when we took that trade. The neckline is what? A natural level of support or resistance. This is why I got out early on the S&P. This is gold. Price went back up to the neckline, tested it, reversed, heading back down. All right. Don't understand what's going on, but S&P 500 and gold just keep going the same way. Stay away from that. Don't believe we missed that Bitcoin trade. Looks like that Euro news, even though it was green voters, started to give Euro some life. Pull up my FX book one more time. Yeah, got more Euro news in 39 minutes. We'll be off the call by. We'll be getting off the call by then. See if we got any more questions here. Shout out to Mr. Joshua Fair. Caught that BTC trade for 3,000 pips. 3,000 pips. All right. When in doubt, guys, when in doubt, if you are in doubt, make sure you use a demo account so you aren't risking your own money trying to figure things out. Make sense? Have questions on Sunday, Aero 101 call. So I go over all the basics, how to set up Aero, how to connect to your VPS, how to connect to your remote desktop, how to connect your account to your MetaTrader 4 so you receive notifications of the Aero sent to your phone, how to trade strategy number 1, and what everything else that may come for beginners. I do every Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. CAD, CHF, and EA. All right, I'm looking at the chat now, guys. I don't see an entry for anything right now on CAD CHF. All right, it's potentially bouncing off the 38 fib level. We'll see what kind of rejection we get. Hopefully nothing too crazy because the zero line will take it back to us right there. All right. Ooh, them euros is pushing. Push it to the limit. See if we got any questions here, guys. Yep, everything, market's kind of moving kind of slow, guys. Moving kind of slow. Play a little music in the background while we look for something. No Q&A. Not seeing much, guys. Just kind of scanning the market, looking for any strategy that might fit the mode. if someone just went live or they've been, I'm sorry, if someone just goes live with a demo account when they first start with the Aero software, how long before they graduate to the next level? And that question is ambiguous. It's all based on you, how much time you study, how much chart time, and how fast you grasp the concepts. Let's see if we can't find there's something real good real quick. All right, guys, the market's dead. We caught some pips on S&P 500. Some of you guys caught pips on gold. Shout out to you guys. GU, shout out to you guys. We're going to call it 30 minutes early today. NFP is coming up. Make sure that if you're going to trade NFP, you trade responsibly. I would highly suggest you do not trade around the time. And then, hey, we will see you guys next week on Sunday for the Aero 101 call. So we're going to go ahead and call early due to NFP. All right, guys. See y'all in the funny papers.